Hi, David here of Lancaster Automart A2B and Lancaster Honda, and here we've got a Honda Jazz 1.3 hybrid. It's a 2011 model and it's the integrated motor assist one. So obviously on an 11 plate, as you can see there. What we'll be doing in this video is just showing you around the condition of the vehicle and showing you some of the features it has. So this will be retailed through our Automart site, however it will be serviced by Honda technicians, as you can see by all the flags. We are our main Honda dealership. So first thing we'll start with, as far as condition goes, is the alloys. Always start with the alloys. So considering this is now an 11-year-old vehicle, it's in very good condition for the age. As you can see by the alloys themselves, really good condition there. So there's the first. Then down the side of the vehicle there, you can see there's no dents or scratches anywhere to be seen. At least not ones large enough to stand out at all. Can't say I've honestly gone round with a magnifying glass to look for everything. I've not seen anything stand out so far. Then onto the driver's side front wheel. So again, you can see the alloys are in really good condition. So moving around the front, you don't have parking sensors on the front on this model, as you can see there. However, I do have to point out that the headlights are really clear. So the usual sort of typical scratching or slight clouding you see in the UK doesn't seem to have been prone. So it looks like it might have been a garage car, this one. And then just while we're on the bonnet as well, you can see there's no dents on the bonnet, doesn't look like anyone sat on it at any point. Then down onto passenger side, front alloy. As you can see, nothing wrong with that. Here's a tiny scratch just on the bumper there, however that is getting dealt with by our professional body shop, so don't worry about that. And down the side of the vehicle, again, nothing wrong with anything that you can see there. Got to say, these little trim pieces down here, they do add a little bit to the vehicle. Stop the sides being quite so slab-sided, breaks it up a little bit. And then onto the passenger side rear alloy. You can see again, very good condition again there. So just before we move on too far, you will notice it has got tinted glass at the rear, which is quite a nice feature, and you do get slightly nicer rear tail lights than on the standard Jazz from the same era. As you can see, they're also not clouded whatsoever, and you do have your hybrid badging just there. So onto rear features, you do get parking sensors along the back. There are 4 of those, so you've got 2 there, and another 2. And while we're at the back, we'll just pop the boot open, because I'm sure some of you will be wondering where the hybrid batteries are kept. They are under the boot floor, so you don't get a spare wheel in this one. You do get an inflation kit. So if you're just wondering where that's found, it's just behind that little panel there. I'll just see if I can get that back with one hand. Helps if you actually line the little tabs up, doesn't it? There we go. And then on this one here, we've got some tools. You can see there, one of which I've just knocked loose. There we go. Just pop that back in. And then that just slots in at the bottom there and just clips in all the way down. So you do get a tyre inflation kit, as I pointed out, that's behind there. Got a nice little hook on the other side. And then just down here, there's a little storage area, and someone's put another lot of tyre fluid in there. So if you did have 2 flats, you could deal with it, because we're not going to take that out of the vehicle. So as far as the seats go then, folding them down, I'll just fold just the 40% split there. So it does go completely flat, however this bit does sit down with something on it. So really practical vehicle for the size. So we'll just pop and look how that looks from the rear. So yeah, you can see there's plenty of room through there. And you've also got Honda's Magic Seat System. So you can lift the base of the seat up, fold the bottom down, and it clips into place. And you can do that with both sides. And you can see how it works. There's just one bar that everything pivots on at the bottom. Works really well, and it's been around for quite a few years now. Any of you familiar with Hondas know how useful it can be. So moving on into the front now. So on the way in, you do get electric windows all round. We've then also got a little safety panel button here with your vehicle stability assist on. You've also got a dedicated economy button, and you've also got electric folding wing mirrors just at the top there. I'll just close the door, start the engine, and there we go, nice and silent, except for the beeping because my seatbelt's not on. So we do always make sure there's fuel in for any handover, so it might show 0 miles of range, but we're not going anywhere. And you can flick through using, just so you know what I'm pressing there, the little eye at the bottom. So that allows you to flick through your trip computer, but there you are, 47,190 miles. And as you can see as well, you've got the integrated motor assist shown just there, and also been left in economy mode as well. So it is sitting very healthily, just under 1,000 RPM, which is pretty much exactly what you want. So onto the features then. So you do get cruise control in this model. So as you can see there, you've then got your trip computer functions just around here. So you've got an up and down arrow and a select and reset. Over on this side, you've got your radio controls, so your mode, volume and channel. You've also got some paddle shifters behind, so they are for the 7 fixed ratios for the CVT automatic. So if you do go into manual mode, it'll give you 7 gears. Then just behind there, you've got your automated lights. Over on the other side, automatic wipers. So it's got automatic wipers on lights, so you don't really need to do anything when you get in. As I said, it is automatic, so you do have an auto gearbox for park, reverse, neutral, drive and sport. Sport's probably the one to be in if you want to use the paddle shifters. Moving up, so you do have the radio there, works pretty much exactly as you'd expect. So you've got USB input and you've got auxiliary input, so I'll show you where to find those in a moment. Starting with auxiliary, so that's just over on the left hand side of the front of the radio itself. If you want to get onto that, first of all just turn it on, make sure the volume's off so that you can hear what I'm saying and we don't get copyrighted. So there you go, USB, and if you press it again onto disk, and auxiliary input will just read as soon as you put something in there. If you're wondering where the USB socket is, come right down here, you've got a 12 volt power outlet just under there, and then USB socket just there. So it is on a little lead, so you can just move it out of the way if you need to. You've got a little sort of tray area and 2 cup holders. Moving up from there, we've just got the climate controls. So it is automatic, so you've got auto, you just turn it off and on with that. So the way I'd normally go about it, just hit auto straight away and then adjust your temperature to whatever you're comfortable with. And that will appear on the screen, and it also tells you where it's pointing and the fan speed. So if we turn it right down onto low, fan speed should increase. And I've got to confirm as well that the air conditioning definitely works. It's a very warm day today. You can see 16 degrees there and it's blowing out nice and cold. So for now I'll just turn that off. So it does work nicely, it gives you your temperature right there. And then last couple of little bits to cover. First one, you do get an armrest in this vehicle, which is nice. So you can move that out of the way if you want. You get a nice manual handbrake. And then the last area to cover is this bag is entirely filled with all service history and any work this vehicle's had done. So it has been exceptionally well looked after. I'll just show you via the service book itself. Just got to find the right page if you bear with me one moment. So as you can see, this car is now 11 years old and it's only on, as we said, 47,000 miles, so it's on half the mileage you'd expect for a vehicle this age. Then you can see it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so it's been done every year and is most likely going to be done by us again before it goes. So this is potentially for the next owner going to be a 12 stamped service car. So really well looked after, which is exactly what you want if you're looking at a slightly older hybrid. But this one shouldn't give you any problems based on that service history and the fact that it's again going to be serviced by trained Honda technicians. So if there is anything I've not covered in this video, or there is any extra info you want, don't hesitate to get in contact and I'll see what we can do to help. Thanks, take care, bye.